the globe, latitudes and longitudes. We want to know more about Earth, as Earth is a fascinating place to live in. To know it better, we need to find a true representation of it. Our Earth is neither round nor a perfect sphere. It is slightly flattened at the top and at the bottom, known as the North Pole and South Pole respectively. This shape of Earth can be best shown with the help of a globe. Globe. We use a globe to represent Earth. Thus, globe is a model of Earth on a small scale. A globe is mounted on an axis and you can spin it in the way Earth actually rotates. The axis of the Earth is tilted, which is how the globe is also shown. It is not easy to carry the globe everywhere, although nowadays handy folding globes are available. With the help of globes, we can easily understand distances, directions, and exact shape of continents and oceans, etc. Trivia. Circumference of the equator: 40,075.16 kilometers, 24,901.55 miles. Earth's circumference between the North and South Poles: 24,859.82 miles, 40,008 kilometers. Earth's diameter at the equator: 7,926.28 miles, 12,756.1 kilometers. Earth's diameter at the poles: 7,899.80 miles, 12,713.5 kilometers. Axis is shown passing through the North Pole and the South Pole in the center of the Earth, on which the globe lies in a tilted manner. The Earth in space is also placed in a tilted position. This tilted axis of Earth is responsible for the phenomena such as days and nights of different durations and occurrence of seasons on Earth. The equator is drawn between North and South Pole in the middle of the globe. The northern half of the globe is known as the Northern Hemisphere, and the southern half is known as the Southern Hemisphere. Thus, an equator is an imaginary circular line that serves as an important reference point to locate places on Earth. The Earth is inclined at an angle of 66.5 degrees from the orbital or horizontal plane. Though the globe gives us more or less correct picture of the Earth, but it cannot provide us any specific information about a small place. It is also not easy to carry a globe everywhere. Latitudes and longitudes. Using the North Pole and the South Pole as the basic reference points, two sets of imaginary circles are drawn around the globe. Circles parallel to each other round the globe are called parallels of latitude. The other set of circles is drawn through the poles. Half of each circle running from the North Pole to South Pole is called a meridian of longitude. These circles help to locate any place on the globe. The equator represents the 0-degree latitude. Since the distance from the equator is either of the poles is 1/4 of a circle around the Earth, it will measure 1/4 of 360 degrees, that is 90 degrees. Thus, 90 degrees north latitude marks the North Pole and 90 degrees south latitude marks the South Pole. As such, all parallels north of the equator are called north latitudes. Similarly, all parallels south of equator are called south latitudes. Important parallels of latitudes. The latitude of a place is at its angular distance north or south of equator. It gives the location of a place from the equator. There are 4 important parallels of latitudes. A. Tropic of Cancer, 23.5° north, in the northern hemisphere. B. Tropic of Capricorn, 23.5° south, in the southern hemisphere. C. Arctic Circle, 66.5° north, north of equator. D. Antarctic Circle, 66.5° south, south of equator. Heat zones. The parallels divide the Earth into various heat zones. Different zones have different types of vegetation and climate. They are therefore called climatic zones or heat zones. There are 3 main heat zones: important latitudes and heat zones. Torrid zone. This zone lies between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. This zone experiences high temperature throughout the year because the rays of the sun fall vertically on this region, making it extremely hot. Most of India lies in this zone. The sun's rays fall vertically on the Tropic of Cancer on 21st June, making it the longest day in the year. Similarly, 22nd December experiences longest night. Trivia. Heat zones of the Earth are the 3 significantly different temperature zones of the Earth. These were first categorized by Greek scholar Aristotle. Although some of Aristotle's hypotheses about heat zones have been proven incorrect, the very existence of heat zones is accepted by scientists world over. Temperate zone. This zone lies between the Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere and between the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere. This zone never receives the vertical rays of the sun, and so it experiences moderate temperature throughout the year. The sun's rays are slanting, reducing the heat and keeping the temperature moderate. Frigid zone. The meaning of frigid is cold. This zone lies between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole in the northern hemisphere and between the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole in the southern hemisphere. The temperatures remain very low throughout the year as this zone receives very slanting sun rays. So, these zones get the least amount of heat and they are the closest regions of the Earth. Meridians of longitude. Longitude or meridian means midday. It is the reference line to locate places in the north and south direction. This is because all places lying on the same parallel of latitude, say 50° north, will have the same latitude, 50° north. Therefore, a place cannot be located uniformly by its latitude alone. All the meridians are drawn as semicircles joining the 2 poles. Unlike the parallels of latitudes, the meridians of longitudes are equal in length, but they are not parallel to each other. The distance between 2 meridians increases polewards. All meridians are parallel at an interval of 1 degree on both sides of the prime meridian. Prime meridian is the 0° longitude passing through Greenwich in England. Thus, there are 180 meridians in each hemisphere. It divides the Earth into Western and Eastern Hemisphere. Remember, the 180° longitude in each hemisphere coincides with each other. This longitude, with slight modifications, is called as the international dateline. Grid. The parallels alone cannot be used to locate a place. The parallels and meridians form a grid of intersecting lines on the globe or on a map. The parallels help us to locate a place north or south of the equator. The meridians do the same east or west of the prime meridian. The point of intersection of these lines gives the precise location of a place.